The following is a presentation of 912 Sports. Welcome to On Air with 912 Sports, your number one source for high school sports. With Shawn Smoak and Kevin Price. On Air with 912 Sports is brought to you by Coastal Pines Technical College. Go Coastal. Prime South Bank. Find your prime. Robbie Robertson Ford, because Fords are cheaper in the swamp. Gibson Animal Clinic, practical solutions with limited fees. Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, the region's best orthopedic care. And Kim Smoak, licensed realtor with eXp Realty.
It makes sense Prime South Bank would have a great mobile app. Nobody is as mobile as our customers. For a century, they've chased dreams, followed their hearts, took the road less taken, made a new path, taken leaps of faith. At Prime South, offering the latest digital banking, secure pay apps, and new online lending is part of a mobile tradition that goes way back. Life is mobile. So is Prime South. Find your Prime. Member FDIC.
Play it loud and rev it up. Robbie Robertson's got trucks built for tough.
Make your way to Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross, where the deals are bigger than ever. Looking for a stylish midsize car, a spacious SUV, or a truck that performs at work and play? Robbie Robertson wants your vehicle and is paying top dollar. Now is the time to buy. Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
Gibson Animal Clinic is ready to help with your animals. From cats to dogs to horses, we treat them all. Calling us for grooming, bathing, boarding, and more serious things like surgery, dentistry, spay, neuter, immunizations, heartworm prevention, flea control, complete lab testing, radiology, preventive health care. Call us at 285-7678. Open Saturdays for your convenience. Gibson Animal Clinic. Practical solutions with reasonable fees. Russell J. Gibson, DVM.
Gibson Animal Clinic, 108 Riverside Drive, Waycross.
Hablamos español en nuestra clínica.
Welcome, sports fans, and thanks for watching On Air with 912 Sports. I'm Shawn Smoak, publisher of 912 Sports, and we've got a great show for you tonight. The 912 is going to lose one of the good guys here in high school football. Coach Jeff Cannon, head coach of the Brantley County Herons, has decided to move on and take another job up in Rome, Georgia. We get a chance to talk to Coach Cannon tonight and kind of get his thoughts on what went into this move. But 912 is surely going to miss Coach Cannon. He's been with us here for 6 years, done podcasts with us, and took Brantley to the playoffs 3 times in the last 6 years. But congratulations to him. And then also coming up this Friday night, got a big basketball game over on the coast. Kevin Price will bring you a little update on the Big City Championship. This is the second game of the City Championship. Glenn Academy was able to win the first, but they'll be playing Brunswick this week at Brunswick, and Kevin's got a little preview for that. So you guys stick around. We got a great show for you. We'll be right back here after these messages.
At Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, you don't have to be an athlete to get the region's best orthopedic care. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons and physicians treat injuries and conditions that affect just about any joint or bone in your body. Plus, we're backed by the support of Southeast Georgia Health System. From fracture repair to joint replacement, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery will get you moving again. Call 1-855-ASK-SGHS. That's 1-855-275-7447 or visit sghs.org/summit.
High schoolers, did you know that you can get a head start on your college career and save money at the same time through dual enrollment at Coastal Pines Technical College? Dual enrollment is open to high school juniors and seniors, tuition free. Talk to your high school counselor or visit coastalpines.edu for more information. Coastal Pines Technical College, an equal opportunity institution. Go Coastal.
Hello, everybody. I'm Kevin Price for On Air with 912 Sports. Of course, I'm also the play-by-play voice of Golden Isles basketball featuring Glenn Academy and Brunswick High School. And we have a big game to kick off our coverage this season coming up Friday night, tomorrow night, between Brunswick and Glenn. It will be a boys and girls doubleheader. The game set for BHS, 6:30 tip time on the girls, 8 o'clock tip time on the boys. We'll have both games on 912sports.net. Again, I'll be the play-by-play guy in the broadcast booth. My color commentator for the third year in a row will be former GA head boys basketball coach Dan Moore. Looking forward to spending some time with him here going forward. But to feature the Friday night game between the Pirates and the Red Terrors and the Lady Pirates and the Lady Terrors, let's first look at the girls' game. The Lady Pirates are 7-7 on the season, 2-1 in the region. Both Glenn and Brunswick met each other back in early December in their region openers. Those games played at Glenn Academy. BHS won that ball game 65-53 on December 8th. And then the Lady Pirates played their next two region ball games just this past weekend. Lost at Lakeside, a really good team this year, 49-46 on Friday, but came back with a big win over Evans to get a split on that road trip. Now, the Lady Terrors, 7-9 on the season, 2-1 also in league play. Of course, they did lose their region opener to Brunswick, like I mentioned, in early December. But this week, last week, they went up to Augusta and won both their ball games as they beat Evans and also beat that Lakeside team that just did beat Brunswick. The Lady Terrors got them 44-42, obviously in a close, low-scoring ball game. So it could be another good ball game between the Lady Pirates and the Lady Terrors Friday night. Of course, Glenn led by sophomore guard Martin Davis, who had a big freshman season, showed a lot of promise last year. And then the Lady Pirates did lose their twin towers, Sinead Jackson and Shemaya Flanders, off last year's Final Four team and region championship team, but do have some firepower back. A couple of girls to mention for sure coming back from last year's team. Coco Ramsey, a guard out front for the Lady Pirates, are in the backcourt. And then also Shania Jones, another guard forward combo type player who can do a little bit of everything as well. Now switching over to the boys, the Glenn Academy boys off to a great start, 13-3 on the season, 2-1 in the region. That does include that region opening victory against Brunswick High over at Glenn in early December. The Terrors won that ball game 55-49. This past weekend, got a split up in Augusta, beat Evans, but lost to Lakeside Evans. That game on Saturday ended Glenn Academy's 5-game winning streak. But the Terrors of Coach Terrence Haywood, again, off to a great start, getting good guard play. They have good size inside, so a lot of material there to work with. Coach Haywood doing a good job of bringing it all together so far, and we're looking forward to seeing how the Red Terrors do as region play really heats up here in January and in early February. Now, the Brunswick High boys, by their standards, struggling a little bit so far. Just 6-8 on the season, 0-3 in league play. That's hard to believe when you look at the success of the Pirates, but they lost that region opener to Glenn before Christmas, lost both games on the road this past weekend at Evans and Lakeside. Both those teams, pretty good basketball teams, just like last year. Brunswick lost their some firepower from last year in seniors. Kamarion Johnson and Ryan Rankin do have some people coming back from last year's ball club, which finished second in the region. One of those players, Hezzy Kent, though, a big sophomore inside for the Pirates, has been hurt, has a broken toe or broken bone in one of his feet, and he has been forced to miss several games already, out indefinitely right now, and may be out for the season. After talking to BHS head coach Chris Turner earlier this week, the Pirates were really going to rely on him with his inside scoring and certainly his rebounding and his defensive presence right there in front of the rim. So they're missing him big time. And that, of course, one of the biggest reasons, if not the biggest reason, that the Pirates are struggling right now coming out of December and into the January portion of the schedule. But if you know this rivalry, the Pirates on their home floor, they'll give Glenn everything I would assume they would want on Friday night, as they'll be looking for the upset and looking to split the series with Glenn Academy. So again, we're excited about high school basketball here at 912 Sports. That includes Glenn Academy and Brunswick High basketball. We'll have a lot of action for you going forward on 912sportsnet as part of Golden Isles basketball. Listen in Friday night. If you come to the game, bring your mobile device, bring some headphones, bring some wireless earbuds. Tune in on 912 Sports as you watch the ball game there from the Brunswick Square Garden on the BHS campus. And if you can't make it, of course, tune in to us on 912sports.net, again, on your mobile device or your computer. Looking forward to a good Friday night and a lot of great basketball here in Southeast Georgia as we move into the winter portion of our 23-24 high school season here across our coverage area. So tune in Friday night. Listen to us throughout the season. We're looking forward to it. Thanks again. I'm Kevin Price for On Air with 912 Sports.
At Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, you don't have to be an athlete to get the region's best orthopedic care. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons and physicians treat injuries and conditions that affect just about any joint or bone in your body. Plus, we're backed by the support of Southeast Georgia Health System. From fracture repair to joint replacement, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery will get you moving again. Call 1-855-ASK-SGHS. That's 1-855-275-7447 or visit sghs.org/summit.
It makes sense Prime South Bank would have a great mobile app. Nobody is as mobile as our customers. For a century, they've chased dreams, followed their hearts, took the road less taken, made a new path, taken leaps of faith. At Prime South, offering the latest digital banking, secure pay apps, and new online lending is part of a mobile tradition that goes way back. Life is mobile. So is Prime South. Find your Prime. Member FDIC.
Welcome, sports fans, and thanks for watching On Air with 912 Sports. I'm Shawn Smoak, publisher of 912 Sports, joined here by head coach of the Brantley County Herons, Jeff Cannon. Coach, how you doing today, buddy?
Good, Shawn. Thank you.
Well, the reason we've got Coach Cannon on the show today is the news broke over the weekend. He's going to be taking a new job. He's going to be moving up to Rome, Georgia, to take over Coosa High School. And Coach, I know you're excited about the new position. You've been really great at 912 Sports here. We're really sad to see you go, but hey, we know opportunities come about and people take new jobs. But let's talk a little bit about the new job. What went into it? Making the change and moving up to Rome.
Well, really, Shawn, it's just I've been here 6 years, and it's been really, really good. So there's a bittersweet part of leaving the friends and the family and the relationships that we've built down here. But then there's a real excitement about the change as well. But a lot went into it, in our line of work, there's jobs that open every year. Sometimes folks call you and whatnot, and this is really the first year that I've ever considered being somewhere else. And so there were a couple of places that I had conversations with, and the fit at Coosa was just really, really good with the investment they've made in their facilities. And their administration is outstanding, which is really like it is here. They tell you when you get to be in my role, chase good administration, don't chase good players. And we've just got an outstanding board and superintendent and in-building administration of the high school here at Brantley. I feel like they've got that too in Floyd County, and so that would be the only reason that I would agree to take a job, is if the administration was as supportive as it is down here. So this is a good job down here, and someone's going to get it. There's going to be a head football coach at Brantley County High School here again before too long, and it's a good job to get. But we're excited about the future and what it holds for us. Jessica and I, bathed it in prayer, and we really just feel like God had released us from Brantley, which didn't mean we had to leave, but that just said we could. Right. And when the opportunity came up, to go to Coosa, it was just a really good situation that we were excited to take that next step.
Right, and it's a hotbed of football. I mean, you've got Rome High School there, you've got a big private school there, you've got 4 single-A Division I schools there. Kind of a unique situation where there's 4 high schools in one town. But talk a little bit about that dynamic and what you guys will be facing there from the head coach of the Coosa school.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's relatively new to me. I mean, I'm from the metro area, from north of Atlanta, in East Cobb and whatnot. My wife and I are both from there, and even my time at Allatoona, it's only 33 miles to Rome from the Ackworth area. Now it takes a little longer to get there because you got to kind of bob and weave a little bit, but it's not far. But it is off the interstate corridor, so it's not like Cartersville where it's a stop on I-75. Rome's just a little tucked away. It's Floyd Coosa High School, I think, is the closest of the 4 Floyd County high schools to the state line at Alabama. So they even get in-state tuition at Jacksonville State University. The kids at Floyd County schools do. So it's interesting. But with the 4 schools, you've got Coosa, of course. You've got Armurchie, and they're going to be in our region. And then the other 2 are Pepperell and Model. Now the Pepperell job is still open. So it'll be interesting to see who gets that. But we'll play all 3 of them. We'll scrimmage Pepperell, we play Model non-region, and then of course we'll have a region matchup with Armurchie. But I got to tell you, from Rome people, they went to one of those schools. They taught and coached at one. They were an assistant principal at the other, and then they lead the pack at the next one. So it's very interesting how interrelated the folks are there that are the hometown folks, and who know Rome and love it. And we've just heard nothing but great things. And my wife and I really just enjoy going up there. And, you've got Barry and Shorter up there, which are both on the short list for our oldest son. And Georgia and Auburn are still on the list too. And it's a lot closer to those places from Rome than it is from Hickox, Georgia. And
you speaking about Kirkland will graduate this year. Then your middle son, Charlie. Charlie played a lot of quarterback for you this year. He'll have 3 more years to be with you at Coosa High School.
Yeah, so excited about that. I know, Kirkland wanted to go to one high school, and we're really glad. The timing of it is working out the way that it did. He'll graduate from here in May and always be a Heron forever, and that's important to us. Right. Because as a family, we really loved our time here, living in Brantley County, and having kids. I had 4 kids in every school that you could think of. Really, was a big deal to us. And so Charlie said, you made some friends here, and Philip, our 7th grader, and Ella, our 1st grader too. They've all had relationships that people are going to miss, and we are too. But we're excited about what the future holds for all of them. In the Floyd County School District through Coosa.
Right, and I guess it's a little bit early, but I'm assuming you'll take a look at hiring a staff. You'll have to have a staff. Will some of those guys stay? Will some of your guys follow you? Will you bring guys from the outside? I guess all those things are still in the planning stage.
Right. And again, being from the metro area and having started my career there, I still know a lot of folks up there, and so that is, I imagine there will be a little movement. I'm not sure. It's going to be interesting. I do know that building a staff there is paramount to getting us going and being successful. I've made some calls. We're got to look at openings. That Floyd County hadn't put out their intent letters yet, so they're not really can really see some openings coming about in the future, with people retiring or changing schools and whatnot. So it's kind of wait and see, but building that staff is of the utmost importance.
I'm assuming you'll take most of your same philosophies here, what kind of offense you ran here at Brantley, what kind of defense you guys ran to Coosa, or will you kind of wait till you see what kind of personnel you have and then kind of adjust those as needed?
Right, well, I'm pretty familiar with the personnel. I've done my homework, and I do feel like the things that we do here would be a great fit. That's another thing that made the job appealing. Is it's almost a Brantley of the North when dealing with certain things, and so scheme-wise, attitude-wise, character-wise, the kinds of young men that we're going to try to build, those kinds of things, the culture and the things that I'm going to try to put into place there. Really, just build upon what's there already. Coach Mathis, the coach that stepped down up there, really did a great job in a lot of areas, and so we just want to. It's almost like when whoever gets the job here, they're just going to pick it up where we left off and try to take it further. And I hope that happens. I hope that's what happens here. And that's what we're going to try to do at Coosa. Scheme-wise, you never really can tell, but I have an idea it'll look a lot like the things we do.
Well, and listen, high school football coaches, it is about wins and losses, but it's also about turning young men into better husbands, better fathers, better people of the community. And I'm sure that's kind of the same philosophy you'll take up there.
Oh, 100%. We'll build young men. And then that's a big part of my job, and the next part of my job is to getting them to believe that they can, believe that they can win, believe that they can compete, those kinds of things. Start in the weight room, so I'm really excited to get up there. Their first day back to school is today, and Jeff Shiflett, the athletic director, went and addressed their team. They have a football weights period and whatnot, like we do here, and just share with them a little bit about who I am and. I'm just really, really excited to get there and get to know the kids and to dig into the community and try to, do it the right way.
Well, Coach, 912 Sports, so sad to see you go, but we're happy for you and your family. We know it's going to be a great move for you, but always know the 912's here, and you're always welcome back home.
Shawn, thanks. We really enjoyed our time with 912 Sports, and go Herons and go Eagles.
Best of luck to you, buddy. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
Play it loud and rev it up. Robbie Robertson's got trucks built for tough.
Make your way to Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross, where the deals are bigger than ever. Looking for a stylish midsize car, a spacious SUV, or a truck that performs at work and play? Robbie Robertson wants your vehicle and is paying top dollar. Now is the time to buy. Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
Gibson Animal Clinic is ready to help with your animals. From cats to dogs to horses, we treat them all. Calling us for grooming, bathing, boarding, and more serious things like surgery, dentistry, spay, neuter, immunizations, heartworm prevention, flea control, complete lab testing, radiology, preventive health care. Call us at 285-7678. Open Saturdays for your convenience. Gibson Animal Clinic. Practical solutions with reasonable fees. Russell J. Gibson, DVM.
Gibson Animal Clinic, 108 Riverside Drive, Waycross.
Hablamos español en nuestra clínica.
This has been a presentation of 912 Sports.